Morning, everyone. Just another, or I should say, not just another, it's only my second video. So I'm actually enjoying doing these. Um, it gives me an avenue, an outlet to try and talk about what I'm trying to accomplish for the week. I posted my first video on Monday, and it got surprisingly a whole lot of views. It had 4 views. I think 3 of them were mine. So anyway, going on my walk again. If you watched my first video, you know that I'm trying to get healthy and make some changes in my life as far as habits. I mentioned in my first video that I've been doing a lot of research and reading books, listen to audios, and watch YouTube videos from a lot of people that I admire at the moment because of their accomplishments. And right now my biggest goal one of my goals is to get fit, to get healthy because of my diabetes. If you watch my first video, I go more into what's driving me to make all of these health changes. But anyway, in this video, I wanted to talk about not so much commitment and versus motivation, which is what the other video is about, but really about the things I've been seeing change in me as far as my exercise habits and my eating habits, sleeping and waking up habits. So when I first started this journey, I was 236 pounds. I'm hovering right around 219, 220 right now. So I've lost a good amount of weight. I didn't lose any weight this week at all, and I've been sticking to my workouts and diets. I think I only did not work out this past week one day because I got caught up in a bunch of other stuff, so I didn't have a chance to go work out. But I've been working out. I'm sorry for the noise. There's a lot of cars that go through this street. We live kind of in a rural area, but this is one of the major thoroughfares between freeways. So it gets noisy here in the morning. But anyway, so I didn't lose any weight. I think I lost 6 ounces. And I posted that. And you can follow me on Fatsecret if you guys use that Fatsecret app. My user, and I log my food every single day and my exercise religiously. I don't mess with that. I need to keep count of my macros and know what I'm ingesting, what I'm putting in my body, and what I'm burning as far as exercise. So it's called Fatsecret. You can go to fatsecret.com, open up an account. It's free. It's great. There has never been a single food that I scan or type in on a search that it doesn't find. And it has all of the nutritional value for that food. Calories, protein, carbs, if you're counting carbs, fats, all that stuff. So it'll give you all of your macro breakdowns. It's great, especially if you're a diabetic and you're trying to limit your carbs. It works really well. So again, with the first video, I was talking about finding the motivation to commit to something. Right now, what I'd just like to let everybody know is that I'm still committed. I didn't lose a whole lot of weight. I lost 6 ounces. But right now, not only am I trying to lose weight, but I'm also trying to gain muscle. So I'm hoping that the hypertrophy process is actually adding on a little bit of weight. So, because I definitely feel thinner, my clothes fit me a lot better. I'm totally back into size 34 pants, which has been a long time since I've been able to do that. And I probably want to be able to get into size 32s, but I don't think I want to go below that. Like I said, I'm not the tallest dude. I'm only 5'11", but I would like to be between 195 and 200. Right now my goal is 215. So when I hit 215, I'm gonna so enjoy a burger and a beer too, maybe 3. But that's my goal right now. 215. I will not touch a beer or a burger. No, that's not true. I'm gonna have a burger today, but it's gonna be protein style. I definitely not have beer until I'm 215. So you can keep track on my Fatsecret or follow me here. That'd be cool to have more than one other person than myself watching my videos. But still keeping forward with the progress. I think I have a good attitude about it. I'm not miserable. I'm a pretty happy person all around. I just need to stick to it for myself, and I'm gonna do it. So there's no segue for this, but I also want to talk a little bit about talking to your kids about finances and budgets. So yesterday I sat with my son. He's 20 years old. He'll be 21 in August. And I had to sit with him and help him make a budget. He's in college, and he probably didn't pay any attention in his economics class in high school. If he had econ, I don't know if they even still do that. But he's a bright kid. He's always been an A-B student. He's a mechanical engineer student right now. But he sucks with finances, and I get it. When I was a kid, I sucked with finances. Whoa. And I still sort of suck with finances. But I'm trying to change that. That's why, I've been reading a lot and doing a lot of the YouTube videos and books. I'll go into that some other day, but I've been reading a lot about Robert Kiyosaki and what's the other dude's name? Just things that people that have done that have been successful with their money, like Dale Carnegie. Then there's the book How to Be a Man. Then there's also stuff like that. I'll go into that some other day, but they're great books. There's a lot of stuff out there you could research and learn about, and to pay off your debt and stuff like that. Sorry, I have to keep changing because my arm is hurting because I'm a weakling. But I sat with my kid. Every 2 weeks, my kid gets his check. He works for a big name retailer. I won't say who, but it's one of the big names. So he makes some money. He helps out with his insurance payment and everything pretty much blows. So every 2 weeks before his next check, he's usually out of money, and sometimes he goes in the red. And he texts me. He's like, "Hey Pop, can you help me out and put a couple of bucks into my next check?" And I do, because he always pays me back. He never stiffs me or anything. And I don't have to ask him. He's like, "Hey, go ahead and take out the money when his check's in." And I just do the auto transfer thing through our bank. But there has to be a point where he knows how much money he's got coming in and how much he's spending, mostly on eating out. So I get that he wants to go and hang out with his girlfriend and, grab a nice dinner or whatever. He's trying to impress the girl. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not against that at all. I just need him to be smarter about it. So we sat down. We made an Excel spreadsheet. We averaged out all of his checks since January. And we got an average for that. And then from that average, I made him do a separate list and write down every single thing that he pays for automatically, like for his subscriptions to, Netflix and Hulu, or, all the things he's got. So, and the important thing about this is, don't just tell your kid, make him do it. Look at him, make that spreadsheet, and then have him show it to you. If he doesn't know how to do it, look up a Excel how-to on YouTube. It's super easy. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to do it. He didn't know how to do it, and he learned how to do it in 10 minutes. So he made the spreadsheet, and he deducts from his 2-week total, the amount of his 2-week expenses. So he's got some things that come out in the first part of the month and other expenses that come out in the second part of the month. So he needs to be aware of what comes out when and how it's going to affect his check. And in that, he also had to put gas. So I asked him how many times he tops off in the 2-week cycle for his pay period, and he said 3 times. So I looked at my app, my bank app, and I told him that the average that he spends on gas is about $27. So I told him to go a little bit high. I said put $30, so that's $90 every pay period that he blows on gas, because he drives far to go see his girlfriend. And then the other thing to put on there was 15% off of his check that should go into an account or in his pocket, or give it to me and I'll hold it, or put it somewhere, put it in a can, or bury it somewhere and don't touch it. That's 15% that he has to save every 2 weeks. So that's hard for him, especially right now where he just now paid for tuition with this check. So that's coming out of this check as well. Good morning. So it was hard for him, because at the end of all of the subtractions, he saw that with this check, he's going to have $32 left over for 2 weeks. But he won't go broke. He won't be under. So the easy suggestion was, easier said than done, of course, especially for a kid that's 20 years old and just wants stuff to show for his hard work at work. So I told him he won't be under. He'll have to limit his dinners with his girlfriend to, go get a burger or something. I don't suggest burgers to him really, because I'm trying to get him to lose weight. But I suggested to him, just be smart about what you're going to eat and put in your mouth, while at the same time trying not to blow your entire $32 that's left for 2 weeks. So he did that. He made the spreadsheet, and he was fighting me on it. He was like, yeah, okay, Dad, I did it all in my head. I worked the numbers, and this is how much I'm going to have left. So I told him, I want to see it in the spreadsheet. I want to see you physically input it. So next check come around, he'll just be able to input that total in the field where he had the total from this previous check, and it'll populate all of the other fields as far as his average monthly, average 2 weeks, and then with the subtraction of everything, 15% of whatever he makes on that check, and then all of his bills and utilities and fuel. And I thought that was pretty cool, because it actually opened his eyes to it. So now he's got a better idea of what he can do with his money and what he realistically has to count on without going under every 2 weeks. So I'll let you know maybe in a month or so how it's going, or a month and a half, so he could do it for a couple of cycles. But I'm excited for him. Hopefully he doesn't go under again, and he gets the concept better of keeping some of the portion of his pay. And later on, if he has a stash, then we'll go ahead and do some investment with it or something, which he should do. Well, I think that's enough rambling for me for today. Got my backpack on. Still collecting rocks. Haven't collected them till this morning yet because I'm talking to you. But that's what's next. If you want to know about the rocks, look at the other video. What else? There was one other thing. Oh, I don't remember. Whatever. Have a great day and see you next time. I know I haven't actually said when I'm going to post, but I'm going to try and post on Fridays. So I will be posting hopefully every Friday. Actually, that might not work. I think I like Mondays better because that lets me ramble about what happened during the weekend. So anyway, good luck to you all again. If you want to use Fatsecret for following your food, that's a great app. I can't speak highly enough about it. It has great selection of foods. Like I said, everything I've ever searched for or put in my mouth, it's never not in the system. Somebody has already entered it or scanned it, and it's a great resource. It has menus, and there's a community on there you can hang out with, talk to. They support you. So it's a good tool if you're trying to lose weight or you're trying to gain muscle. All right, guys. See you next week. Have a great weekend. Bye. Dang it, I really suck at this. I forgot to do the whole, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, give it a thumbs down. Leave a comment. I'll answer any comments or questions that you leave on there. And subscribe. There's a cute little end slate card that I made that I don't know how to do it. I just looked it up on YouTube and I learned how to do it. So there you go. Thanks. See ya. Bye.